What's up? Welcome to the Chill Vibes Sports Podcast with your host Pate and co-host Jordan, where we talk sports without the clickbait. Now, with that being said, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Chill V Podcast, where we have all our links to our social media in the bio. And also, if you have any recommendations for us, make sure to email us at chillvibesportspod@gmail.com. How's it going, Jordan?
Going good, man. Just happy to be alive out this mug.
I know that's right. Um, so, of course, you guys will see in the title of the video, we're going to talk about the top defensive free agents for this year's upcoming free agency. But first, we're going to start off just really quick with a couple headlines. There's not a lot going on in the NFL right now, but the big one probably is going to be Amari Cooper is expected to be released. I know Jordan was saying last week to go ahead and get rid of him because he's going to be too much of a salary hit for what he does for that team. Do you just real quick, do you think he signs a big deal with the team, or do you think he kind of just goes to a contender, takes a little bit of a pay cut?
I think he's probably going to have to definitely go to contender and take a little bit of a pay cut, just so they can just before they get back into signing into another big contract. Just got to kind of see if it's worth it. Like I said, while in Dallas, I must say though, with Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott is a better quarterback, and the stats do show that. Because I was seeing where their priority now is they're going to release him. They go ahead and re-sign Gallup and just try to extend him coming off an ACL tear. So I don't know. That's the Cowboys for you there.
Yeah, that's right. Just I saw the top three that he should go to type thing on Instagram. It wasn't like he had to go there or anything, but if he was going to go to the Packers, the Chiefs, or the Ravens, which one would you choose for him?
Oh, easily the Packers. Like I could have met like him and Devontae Adams, like those two route running mofos on the outside. Oh man, be pretty lit.
Yeah, I'd probably go Ravens just because they haven't shored up any of their wide receiver. I mean, they obviously have Hollywood and a couple other guys that are good, but if they can go and get somebody that's going to help Lamar out, I think that'll help that team go a little bit farther because they already have the defense in the run game. So
Oh
maybe
yeah,
just add a couple pass options in there.
go to my dad.
Um,
I was
what
gonna
was
say that. I was gonna tell him to go to the Bears. I'm like, nah. I'm just like, bro, you trying to contend, my boys. I mean, you've been in the league for a long time. It's time to win, not fucking lose.
Yeah, going to the Bears is not a ticket to success, as Allen Robinson would probably tell you.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll jump into the defensive free agents right now. Me and Jordan decided we're not really going to do linebackers because that's a terrible position this year if you're going to try to sign somebody, which is a bad spot to be in if you're the Rams. So we're going to jump off with the edge position. Go ahead and say the Seahawks, the Colts, the Chiefs, the Packers, Titans, Cowboys, Eagles, Ravens, Vikings, and then some other lower tier teams. They're all teams in need of edge rushers. Some of these because they have guys in free agency right now. Like I know the Titans have Harold Landry, so they need an edge defender if he leaves. Um, but the first guy we're going to talk about is going to be probably the most interesting is going to be Von Miller. Where do you think he ends up?
I'm out of that list there. Like I was, bro. I'm a Seahawks fan, bro. You know, I just love to see my boy with us, man. We desperately need some pass rush. But realistically, looking on that list though, shoot. I mean, you can easily see like really like. I mean, I'm obviously Von Miller is probably not going to non-contender like the Jets or the Falcons. Okay, so if I'm looking at this list here, I like I like the Packers and hell, even the damn Cowboys. Fuck it. Jerry Jones want to spend some more big money, let him go do it again. Put him on the Cowboys. Pair him up with what's my boy name from the Cowboys, man? Jesus. Linebacker. Damn. I can't remember the linebacker. But yeah, Parsons. Paramount or Parsons. That'd be pretty deadly. Got two mugs come off the end that looks like absolute animals and freaks coming off the end would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, and that's what's pretty interesting about Von Miller going into free agency, coming off the Rams Super Bowl. Because I don't know if you think the same way, but I was kind of thinking if Von Miller played out the rest of the year with the Broncos, I don't think he earns the type of contract he's going to earn now. So he's gonna. I'm sure he wants to go to somebody that's going to contend for a Super Bowl. But I think he played enough to get enough money that those guys might not have the cap space.
Which we could probably say a lot of his success though did come from having Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd on the same defensive line with him too.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, there's the Rams linebacking core is not something to write home about, but they do get the job done because of those guys.
Yes.
So yeah, I also don't think he's going to go to like a Browns, Jets, Falcons. Bengals are not on this list, but I think them having the fourth highest cap space in the league or third highest, I think he could end up there if I was going to go away from the list.
Hell, one team is not on this list. I'm putting same team, same stadium, Chargers. Shoot, I would like to want to Chargers pair him up with Joey Bosa.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Yep, I could see Chargers, Bengals. I mean, maybe if the Ravens, I think kind of would be my theme throughout this would be, I think the Ravens need to go ahead and kind of jump at it if they have to sign some veterans to some more lucrative deals that are kind of shorter, like Von Miller, he's projected 2 years, $35 million. So if he does, all right for 2 years, it's not like you're in the hole for 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I would say he should probably go to the Ravens and help them out.
Yeah, I can see that too for sure.
And then we can go ahead and jump right in. Chandler Jones. I mean, honestly, he's been one of the. I mean, everybody knows how great he is, but he's been kind of quiet out of Arizona and all his successes. They're projecting him in a 2-year, $34 million contract. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. I think he probably would get more money, more years.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. Because like I said, when I watch him, like when you just watch him play during the game, what jumps off about him is like when that sucker come off the edge, bro. Like that man can bend and twist like a fucking twister, like coming off the edge, and he's just very disruptive. Just watching him, playing against my team and just completely obliterating the tackles every play. It's just like wow.
Yeah, and I can see kind of. I mean, his season grades. In 2019 he was the 14th edge rusher, and by 2021 he was the 40th. So I mean, his age might be catching up to him a little bit, but when they're doing these season grades, that doesn't count. I mean, that counts in the whole season. So when the Cardinals were struggling at the end of the year, I'm sure that kind of had something to do with it. He's 32, which I know is getting up there a little bit for these edge guys, but I don't know. I think he gets a little bit more money. If I had to pick a team that was going to give him that much money, I could see the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, giving Chandler Jones that much money. But I mean, I don't know. I could see I could see the Titans jumping in on him.
Because I think definitely Titans. Because like I said, I think Landry's probably leaving for sure.
Yeah, I think Landry wants a little bit more money than what they're willing to pay him. The Titans have a lot of young guys on rookie deals. I think they can go ahead and splurge on a veteran like this if they think it's going to make a big enough impact.
Yep.
Going throughout the season.
For sure.
So we can jump. I mean, do you have anything else on Chandler Jones? Do you think Titans is it, or?
Yeah, I'll say Titans. Titans or Ravens too. I like another. Him on the Ravens would be a good fit too as well.
Yeah, I think the Ravens need to go ahead and make a big jump. I mean, I know they're so accustomed to drafting their defensive guys, but I think if they want to make a move, you need to go ahead and get that big edge rusher that's going to be there for a couple of years.
Yes, for sure. And
Um,
then let's see. Oh, we got on the list next. I can't stand this guy.
yeah, I was
You
gonna say
know,
he's probably gonna be the most interesting of not really of like who he signs with, but who wants to give him
money.
the money. Yeah, like I mean, I could see any team wanting to take a chance, but it's really just gonna be like almost like a bidding war for who wants to pay him. I mean, that's what every free agent signing is, but I think he's only going to get 1 year. He's projected 1 year. I think that's kind of what people are going to be competing in. I don't think anybody wants to take the chance on him 2-3 years down the road.
Mm-mm. And that is Mr. Jadeveon Clowney. But yeah, I mean, you know what you get with Clowney. You're gonna get a disruptor. May not lead the team, sacks or anything like that, but he's gonna definitely cause havoc. Um, in that interior on that outside. So, like I said, you know what you get with him. You know, it's one of those very high risk players, but you know, the reward is quite substantial if he does his thing, though, for sure.
Yeah, he's got a high ceiling, a low floor type deal. If he's going to show out, he's going to show out really big. If not, he won't do much.
Yeah.
I don't know a team that's a can. I know some teams that are contenders that have some money to spend. I don't think they're going to spend money on a wild card. Um, I mean, I could see like maybe the Browns jumping on him.
Yeah, just the Browns just re-signed him. I was just
Yeah,
I was just thinking, yeah, Browns just re-sign him. Him and Miles Garrett pair together. That's pretty deadly there, honestly.
yeah. I
So,
mean, because that was the thought when he came in. That was going to be the best defensive line in the league for years, and he was kind of the piece that didn't show up.
yeah.
Um, but I would say they give him a shot back at it.
Heck yeah.
Because I mean, maybe the Eagles would spend money on him. I just don't see any of those other like Chiefs, Packers, Cowboys, Titans.
Yeah.
I don't see them spending that much money on him.
Yeah, I think he should just stay put.
Yeah, I mean, just go back to what you know. And then we talked about him a little bit before. Harold Landry. By the numbers, he doesn't jump off the page. I mean, honestly, by Pro Football Focus, between Jadeveon Clowney, who's the third, you got Randy Gregory, Emmanuel Agba, and Melvin Ingram, Hassan Reddick. All these guys are registering higher than Harold Landry. The only thing that he has working for him is his age. I know people want to shore up the edge with some young talent. He's played pretty consistently. He's been between the 57th and the 62nd best edge defender for the last 3 years. What do you think? What do you think he does? Do you think he gets a big deal on a contender? Do you think he
I
maybe
mean, honestly, I see
resigns?
him probably just going to one of like I'm looking at that list there. I mean, he can, really. I mean, any of those teams be a good fit. Maybe a reunion with his, I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably say yeah, any team on that list there would be a good fit for him, really. Just because of simple fact, like he's a decent edge rusher, and with a very low age, so still a lot of development that needs to be done with him, but still pretty decent though. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I'll be more set to sign Hassan Riddick to a bigger deal before I sign him, for that much for 4 years, 60 million.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, with the two other teams we threw their names out, the Chargers and Bengals, do you think they would want to test it out since they've got such young defenses anyways?
If I'm Bengals, like I'm really don't really need edge rushers. I just really need corners. Some more safety help, and shit. Obviously, offensive line too.
Yeah,
But
save the money up for those positions maybe.
yeah, because why? Cause like I said, why they got all their players on pretty much all their good players right now, rookie deals, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. You better be trying to spend that bag while you can.
Yeah, that was what was appealing about not really that they had to have an edge rusher, but with like Von Miller or somebody like that, they could lock up for 2 years and not really cut into all the young guys that they would have to sign.
Yeah, because I'm about to say like Hubbard and Hendricks. I mean, they're doing their thing on the edge. I mean, if you get another, definitely just some more corners like Eli Apple. Like, man. Yeah, I'll go corners. Really, damn, I don't think they really need too much on the defensive side.
Well, speaking of corners, do you want to go ahead and jump in on those?
Yes, for sure. And the first guy on the list.
Let's see let's see who might need him. We got the Seahawks again. They're going to lead it off.
Every list is going to lead, boy.
Seahawks are going to lead it off. The Colts are going to be right behind them. Bears, 49ers, Bengals, obviously, Chiefs, Bucks, Titans, Bills, Cardinals, Pats, and then the Eagles and the Saints. And then we can jump right into your guy, J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, J.C. Jackson, arguably probably going to be the best cornerback come out this year in free agency. Definitely looked for him to sign to a contender for sure. I mean, that man speaks for himself. Even though Stephon Diggs kind of owns that man, but yeah, pretty good corner though for sure. And I mean, from looking at that list there, I mean, Chiefs, definitely will need some corner help. 49ers for sure. For sure. I think that's really what their defense is missing. 49ers, as I look at them, it's like a stud shutdown corner. And then obviously my Seahawks, man. We always need that secondary help.
Yeah. I can see 49ers jumping on him. He's got that young factor in him. If you sign him for a longer term deal, you're going to get the production out of him for years to come. Yeah, returning to the Pats just seem they're going to want to do that. Bengals obviously could use them, but like we said, there's always going to be that guy that jumps out, or the team that jumps out and signs that guy. And
yeah,
I don't know. I think the Colts could probably grab him. I think honestly, if I was him, I'd sign him with the Bills, just because. I mean, you're probably going to get a ring in the next couple of years, and that would really be a deadly.
Yeah, him and what's his odd name on the outside? Jesus, Tre'Davious White. Yeah, that'd be like, whew. That'd be kind of that would definitely help. That would definitely be some kryptonite to the Chiefs for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think they might as well just go straight defense on it, because I mean they have a really good defense.
That's what every team should do. They should be like the Rams, bro. Just say fuck it. I'm about to go all in this year. Which the Bills, I think they really need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, because the NFL, all it does is just copy itself.
Yeah.
The Rams hire Sean McVay, and then all of a sudden, all the head coaches getting hired are young guys. So, I mean, it just keeps going. Like, everything that works, they're going to start doing it. So, eventually, teams are going to start stepping up and just trying to spend all their money to get a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I think it might start this year. I just don't know what team it may be.
I think the Bills, because Jesus, like, you can argue last year they could have. You can argue last year they could have went to the Super Bowl maybe, and possibly definitely this year. I didn't think the Bengals will go into Buffalo and beat them. Hell no. If they would have won that game at Kansas City, yeah. Bengals won.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, they already have Josh Allen's contract done, so they know how much money they have coming up.
Yep.
I could see them going ahead and trading picks or signing big guys. Who knows? It could be anyway with them. Honestly, depends on what deal Kyler gets in Arizona. I mean, Arizona's one of those teams that'll copycat.
It's an Antonino deal.
They'll get mobile quarterbacks, young K coaches, whatever they got to do. I could see them trading off some picks to get some guys. But yeah, if I was him, I would want to sign with the Bills though, because you're going into a great situation.
Yeah, for sure. I say ready to win. Like I said, there's just I'm definitely the Bills this year. I'm like, yo, Y'all trying to just go ahead and go all in and get this ring or what?
Yeah, and cornerback's a funny position because, I mean, every team could use a really great cornerback like J.C. Jackson. It's not like quarterback or edge rushers or running backs where you have like a guy and you're just fine with it. Every team could use another cornerback, but it's just who's going to spend the money on them
Yeah.
or the picks to get them type thing. So
The
I mean,
Rams.
that's what makes it kind of hard to predict it. But I think Bills honestly would be a really, really great fit.
Heck yeah, for sure. Or if your team isn't satisfied this year, the Rams.
Who knows what's going to happen with them? I'm ready for free agency to really heat up because there's going to be some crazy
Yeah,
stuff that
man.
happens, and none of it's going to have Rams names on it. I know that much.
Yeah.
You've got no
Thank
money.
God.
So we'll stay in the same division, but another great corner is Stephon Gilmore. Obviously, he doesn't have. I mean, he's probably 32 when the season starts.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
I think he
yeah,
can do good, but I don't know who wants him. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, a good fit for him. 49ers be another good scheme because they could play a lot of zone coverage. See him going there. I wish I could see him coming to my team, Pete. Like, come on. But yeah, like I said, with him, still a pretty good corner though. He's up there in age, but this year I know when he was playing with Carolina, he did pretty solid this year. So, but man coverage, that's really where he shines at though. Man coverage, but he is getting up there a little bit in age, so you know how that get. Richard Sherman.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be funny to see because, like you say, I mean, if they get to another team, they don't have the pass rush. I mean, you're kind of going to get exposed. So,
Yes, you are.
I mean, if I was him, you may take a couple million less and go to a team that's got the pass rush and might be a contender
Yes,
on a couple year contract.
light your ass up.
Yeah, I mean, on that list, I mean, the Colts are going to have to start signing people at some point if they want to be relevant. Because the Titans are going to be the team that comes out of that division.
That's why I'm not even mentioning the Colts name right now, is because
What are they
I
going
need
to do?
to figure out what the hell is going to happen with their quarterback situation. That's what I'm just worried about.
Yeah.
If I want to be a free agent to go to Indianapolis, and I don't know who the quarterback. They're talking about Jacob Eason, like what?
Yeah, that's what. I mean, what are they going to do with Wentz? Do you think trade him?
I mean, I think you got to I think he's got to thug it out with him, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was going to say.
Obviously, that game, yeah, he played with Jacksonville was very unacceptable, but still, like, it ain't really too many good quarterbacks on the market right now. You should just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and snatch him up. Deshaun Watson's not coming to play for you either. Or my boy,
Or
Russ.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I was them, I would just suck it up, keep Wentz, and just spend some money. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because they're not.
Maybe get him
just
some more
doing what they're
weapons.
doing.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I know they got some few weapons, but maybe get him another weapon or so, receiver or something.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what I was saying. Like almost on every list that we had last week, like wide receiver, tight end. I mean, the Colts were on that list, so it's not like they're an amazingly rounded team or anything, but they've got the pieces that if they went ahead and stretch their money a little bit, they could get out of the division. But if they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to continually be second place to the Titans.
Facts. I'm about to say, man, like, I mean, we always like that's all the identity really needs to be. Just feed that man JT the ball, let Wentz do his thing. Don't try to put the game in his hands because you're going to get some very, very bad results that you're not going to be akin to. So,
Yeah, all he has to do is just be like Ryan Tannehill.
Exactly.
He just got to hit. He's got to hit either the slot guy or he's got to hit somebody in the end zone deep. Exactly. That's all he has to do.
Just turn around and head it to your all-pro running back and let him do his thing, bro.
That's all you got to do. So I mean, that's the other thing too. I mean, yeah, if they're going to have Jacob Eason, all that's going to do is just reassure defenses they're going to hand the ball off every time. So might as well keep Wentz there, and then hopefully he does all right for a couple weeks, and it throws the defenses off for a while. I don't know. I don't know why they would be considering getting rid of him. I mean, they spent so much to get him.
Yeah, I would keep
Why
him
would
for
they-
sure. Like it's like I said, just ain't too many. And I gotta see. I don't even know what pick. Did they even have a first round pick this year?
Who, the Colts?
Yeah, the Colts.
I think that's gone for Wentz.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's one of the Eagles' 3 picks in the first round is
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
I was about to say, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get us a quarterback coach, but I forgot, like you said, Wentz was there. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, we kind of got to take that into consideration though too when we put Eagles on this list. Is that they can get 3? What is it?
Yes.
Top 15 guys or something? What?
Yeah, they can get like they need like another stud receiver, some more, maybe some more defensive help, and I think they'd be straight. I mean, maybe you can go for another quarterback. I don't know. I like Hurts personally, but I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't do it in this class. I can promise you that.
hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm starting to fall in love with my boy Malik Willis, though.
I mean, you don't have to tell me. I'm a sucker for the mobile guy.
Yeah, because I'm about to say it's just not the fact that he's mobile; it's the fact like
He's got
he's
crazy
mobile
arm
and can
talent.
freaking throw.
Yeah, he's got crazy arm talent.
Like, he reminds
It's
me.
not like
I
those
know I'm gonna
guys,
get a lot
like-
of hate for this. It reminds me of Lamar Jackson, but can freaking throw the ball.
I was going to say,
Accuracy.
like the Lamar Jackson. I mean, when he was in college, I mean, he was only running the ball and he could complete some passes, yeah, but he
Yeah.
wasn't doing that stuff. No,
Nah.
you're right.
Yeah,
Eagles have 3 of the top 19 picks coming in,
Oh,
so they've got 19, 15, and 16. So
like I'll
I
say
mean-
this. I feel like this is hurt. I mean, I know so much hate towards Hurts, not to get off topic, but I feel like
you're fine.
this year here is definitely he's gonna have to. I mean, this year probably gonna be the last straw. They're gonna hand it to him this year before they probably move off of him. But
I mean, this is the same coaching staff, is it not, that got the Super Bowl?
it is, I think.
Yeah, so I
mine's
mean,
done.
they did it with Wentz, and the Colts are ready to cut him. I mean, they can. All Jalen Hurts has to do is just perform pretty well, and they're going to do good.
Yeah, 'cause like I told idiots,
Oh,
literally,
no, I'm sorry.
if he can
No,
get,
we're wrong.
if he can get
That was
his,
Doug McPherson.
yeah, dumb it. Yeah, because I'm about to say if he can get his freaking accuracy down, because people don't know. There was literally a couple of throws or catches away from beating Tampa in that playoff game from him missing throws, like legitimately. Because Tom Brady was kind of not really. I mean, if you watch that game, Tom Brady wasn't doing that good that game, not at all.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I think they got something. I mean, they made the playoffs. That's something.
yeah,
So you got to give Jalen Hurts credit there. But yeah, I think, if the Eagles are on this list, I don't know if we really need to even name them anymore because they can do it.
yeah, because they got
Maybe
picked. They got the
maybe they got
15th and the
picked.
16th and the 19th pick. Jesus.
They've kind of got their run of the middle of the round, and that's kind of the boomer bust portion of the first round.
I'll definitely see a team. I definitely will see a team probably trade back into the first round and trade with them though. Swap picks with them though.
That's
I can see
true.
that.
That's gonna be interesting. I'm ready to get into the NFL draft.
Yes, sir.
The next guy we got is Carlton Davis. He's a young guy. He's younger than J.C. Jackson. They're projecting him in a 1-year contract though for 17.3.
Mhm.
I don't know. Where do you think he fits in the best?
I mean,
Obviously,
honestly, I haven't
his-
really watched him, honestly, but
Yeah,
I know primarily, the Bucks run kind of like a zone defense and rely heavily on their pass rush to get home. So their corners don't really have to do too much, but I could see it with the Eagles or possibly, Bengals too as well. Yeah, Eagles and Bengals. Be good.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't watch him a lot. So I
He
don't
did
know.
good the games I did watch him play, but I just know like primarily, it set Todd Bowles in that dumb play at the end, running man to man. Fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
terrible.
primarily, like I said, they're a zone defense team, so
Yeah, it's just kind of weird to see. I mean, he's 25. He was 31st, 46th, and 28th overall at the cornerback position the past 3 years.
mhm.
Um, I don't know. I mean, it's the contract that's the projected contract. That's what's throwing me off because I mean, obviously, like we said, we haven't watched a lot of them, and they're only projecting them in a 1 year. I don't know if that means that teams just aren't going to be that interested in him, or if he has to prove himself a little bit more to get more money.
I think he's going to prove. That's why that 1 year they definitely need to prove himself. Because, like I said, um, simple fact, like I said, is that system he plays in really doesn't
Yeah.
ask you to do too much, honestly.
But I mean, you know, so yeah, I would go with you. I would probably say Bengals, Eagles. I think the Bengals, if he's willing to sign a 1 year contract, might as well try it.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I mean, if you're him, if you proved yourself this much under that system, why don't you just stay?
Yeah, that was gonna be another option. Just stay the fuck home.
Yeah, I mean, if it works for you and you're worth this much because of it, just go ahead and sign it up for a couple years. I mean, honestly, that's what I would do if I was him.
Facto.
Um, then we're gonna jump on in. You put Bryce Callahan in
Yes, sir.
here.
So I'm gonna just be quick on here. I will say Bryce Callahan, excellent slot cornerback, but my man just got to stay healthy. That's all that is to that. But when that man is healthy, he is a dog. But yeah,
So who do you think takes the chance on him?
I can see. Let's see on this list here. I can see the Niners, Seahawks. I can see even the Bengals or the Bills. Like I say, he's one of those slot cornerbacks that is one of the highest graded slot cornerbacks over the past few years. But the man just can't stay healthy. Daggone it. So yeah,
Yeah,
stay
you got
healthy.
that. And I actually we didn't have this on the list. But Darius Williams coming out of LA. I don't if so. I'll just give you the breakdown real quick. In 2020 when we had our successes in that year, he was the fourth best cornerback in the league.
I remember my boy kind of
So
took
and
a
then
heavy
this year,
dive off this year.
yeah, and then this year he jumped down to 64th. If I was him, do you
Stay
want
home.
to stay in LA where you have to play opposite of Jalen Ramsey every day and know that they're going to target you specifically because you're not Jalen Ramsey? Or you just sign back because you did what you had to do and you just won a Super Bowl? So, and this one can be real quick. It doesn't have to be anything.
That's a good question, man. Because honestly, I would just stay where I'm at, honestly, and just try to get better in the off season.
Yeah, because it is tough to have to go out there every day and know that you're going to be the guy that they look at first.
Yeah, true.
Because
It's
Jalen
like
Ramsey on the other side.
before the damn play started. All right, know that bitch coming my way. Fuck.
Yep.
But yeah, I would just stay home, man. Stay at the crib.
Yeah, I would too. Because he's going to be a number 2 anywhere, really, honestly. Nobody's going to pay him money to be a number 1. So might as well just stay where you're at. And I'm just saying that because I really hope he does. So we'll jump past safeties real quick. We'll go to interior D lineman really quick. There's some really good safeties I want to finish out with. As far as interior D linemen go, I mean, it's going to be guys, you know their names, you like them, but who knows where they're going to go. That's kind of one of those flip-flop positions where you can probably sign a 1 or 2 year deal, either show out or go home type thing. The first guy on the list is Akeem Hicks. Obviously, he's not in a great situation in Chicago like anybody else that is. Um, so what do you think? In the the teams that need interior D linemen are going to be the Bears, obviously, because he's in there. Packers, Bucks, Bills, Cowboys, Cardinals, Raiders, Patriots, Steelers, Chargers, and then very low rated teams thereafter.
If I'm Akeem, I am wanting to go to the Steelers. Yeah, Steelers or the Bills. I would love to see him on the Steelers with him and Cam Hayward, two absolute freaking powerhouses when it comes to defensive tackles, and with TJ Watt on the outside. My God, you had to fucking shoot them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be tough. I mean, it's really gonna be the quarterback situation there.
I don't know if you watched the Steeler game. I don't know if you watched any Steeler games this year. Just notice how Cam Hayward just be handling his own in that middle of that defensive line by himself. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, man, he's cracked. Because the only thing the Steelers really need to get, honestly, it's just a quarterback, bro. Like Super Bowl team for sure. That's just straight facts. Get a good quarterback, man. Shoot.
Well, maybe we need to start talking about the Steelers trading for a quarterback instead of the Buccaneers.
I mean, a lot of mock drafts that they got right now, they got them selecting Willis, which should be kind of like I said, they can develop that dude.
That's the problem. Man. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Just to go into that, I don't. The only problem with like a team that's I mean, not even that. The only problem is that with teams that are thinking like, oh, we're a quarterback away from winning right now. Like I said a couple weeks ago, the only rookie quarterback to ever throw over 30 touchdowns was Herbert.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the cap, I mean, and nobody had thrown over 30. I think Baker had the record at what, 29 touchdowns? I mean, that's not Super Bowl winning. I mean, it's not Super Bowl winning quarterback play out of a rookie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, somebody has to come out and be crazy good eventually, but I would hate to have to rely on the draft.
Yeah, the only reason I was just mentioning his name because, like I said, it's just. I mean, who else could we think can go there? Carson Wentz. I mean, he can go there possibly, but it's like they can trade for him. But it's like it's really no quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson. Like I said, nobody knows what the hell is going on with that man. Hell, even God don't know what's going on with that man. But
yeah,
my boy,
not. But yeah, and who? But the thing is like, I mean, obviously they can't sign anybody in free agency. There's nobody in free agency. So I mean,
yeah.
Do the Steelers have the roster to where they can bet on the roster, trade picks, and get a quarterback? Is the other way around it? I mean, if they think that they're going to have this roster for 3 or 4 years, then yeah, draft the rawest quarterback you have, and then develop them for 3 years. And if it works out, then you got a good quarterback. I mean, it doesn't take long for a quarterback to be good. Like obviously with Josh Allen and Mahomes and all these guys, it's just the first year you're not going to get the production out.
No.
So if you think that your roster is good enough for a couple years, then yeah, take the chance on the quarterback because you can always trade picks to come. But I don't know, if I was them, I think I would go ahead and trade the picks, get a quarterback, and then go from there type deal. I mean, would Jimmy G be all right in that offense with Harris behind him and he's not the focal point?
I mean, any quarterback right now that's not Big Ben would be a good solution for him because, like, I ultimately felt bad watching Big Ben play, man. It's like, man, look like a blob back there.
Yeah, like, he should have been gone.
Like, boy, it's time to go home, my boy.
Yeah.
Like that.
What do you think about the Jimmy G?
I mean, that would be a bad pickup. I mean, you just know what you get with Jimmy G. You're gonna get one of those players that's gonna have occasional fuck ups that you're gonna have to just suck up and take. So,
yeah. But with that, with Harris and the defense, if they were like you said to sign Hicks, and then that defense is short up, and then they got a really good young running back, I think Jimmy G can play around that.
Yeah, like he did. It's similar, like what he's in with San Francisco right now.
Yeah.
He's playing behind the defense. So
Mm-hmm. I like
hell,
that.
look what that led them to. NFC Championship game.
Yeah. I mean, whether suspended people in this podcast think that they should be there or not, I mean, they were there. So, um, all right. So, I mean, Calais Campbell, obviously, he's definitely getting up there in age. He's 35,
Man, about
probably
50.
be 36 by the time the season starts. Um, he's, I mean, he's been doing it for a while. I don't know. I mean, the past 3 years, he was third, 27th. He played half the snaps that year. So I think he was injured. And then eighth on interior lineman. So I mean, he's got something going on still. I mean, he's not nothing.
Yeah, if I'm
I
like,
think he'd be a
yeah,
really good pickup for a few teams, honestly.
yeah, like I could see him easily going to a contender for sure, like the Bills or someone, or even even the can go to the hell, go to the 49ers, the Chiefs. Like I don't know what this guy. I mean, he's really good. I know he's a real good. I don't really watch too much of him. I just do know that he's a very, very good game disruptor. Because the dude's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Have you seen that NFL commercial where he's just like walking and just like 4 heads above everybody else around him?
Yeah, like dude is huge.
Like
Like he's
ducking in a
obviously
normal ceiling
he's
type
like a
thing.
freaking just a hole stopper, bro. Just like clogging up holes because he's so damn big.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the question there. I mean, he's going to probably only get a 1-year deal no matter what.
Yeah.
Um, the Rams, we're going to lose Sebastian Day. So, or Sebastian Joseph Day, yeah. We're going to lose him. So, I mean, is that one of those things where like the Rams take their last little bit of money and go ahead and pay a guy to be right there beside Aaron Donald? Or I don't know. I mean,
If I'm the
that's a
Rams,
long list for
yeah, you get
needs there. I mean, there's a lot of teams that need interior linemen, but him being up there in age, I don't think people are going to be biting on him that hard.
no. I'm about to say, um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, he just like I just know Calais Campbell's just been a very, very good disruptor. He can play really by any scheme. So dude can definitely just play for anybody, really.
Yeah, he can.
Like if I'm here, I don't want to go to a contender, man. Like a contender, man. Like he deserves it. Like
He does, but the only problem is I know the Bills, they're gonna have to make a decision on Ed Oliver if they're gonna sign Calais Campbell. Because if they sign Calais Campbell, Ed Oliver's kind of done, and they kind of wasted that top pick on him.
yeah, I remember when Ed Oliver came out, bro. You remember they made him up to be some
Yeah, we
god player.
yeah, I mean, I was at ECU and ECU was playing Houston, and Ed Oliver was there, and he was. I mean, people could not stop talking about him. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's still a starter. I think he's probably just a serviceable nose tackle is all he is. There's not a lot there. So I mean, I don't know. I think he could be a Raider. Honestly, I think Raiders would sign him. Just take a chance on him.
Yeah, man. Like I say, really anybody for a year, a 1-year deal. I feel like anybody will just sign him, man.
Yeah, I think Raiders might get him. We're gonna run through. Okay, so we got 3 really good run stoppers so far left in this interior defensive line, and I'm gonna tell you that the very first person that was he's apparently one of the best run defenders in the league according to statistics. And they don't have a button beside his name to say it with the computer voice. So I'm going to try it. It was Folorunso Fatukasi. And I think that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was pretty good. He plays for the Jets. He's 27 years old. Last year, he was 49th, but the 2 years before there, he was 14th and 10th in interior defensive lineman play. but apparently he's really one of the best early run defenders. Um, is there anybody on this list, just really quick, that jumps out that kind of needs that, or is everybody about the same?
Um, I feel like everybody's about the same. I'll maybe
Okay.
go with Eagles or maybe some with Chiefs. Chiefs are lacking like a real stout um D tackle like that run stuffer.
Yeah, and then saying ECU, Linville Joseph, he was with the Vikings for a long time and all that stuff. I mean, is Linville Joseph and BJ Hill.
I swear, when you look at people like them, you just look at them, it's like, bro,
You know that
it's
because
like
you
a
know the name, you know that they're going to perform, but there's no way to tell where they're going to be because they could end up on a contender for no money, or they could end up on the Lions for 3 years, 40 million. Who knows with these guys?
yeah. Every time I look at a big D tackle like them too, they're just like, bro, this is a waste of space. Just wasting space. Just clogging up
Yeah,
holes. Just freaking like, like I said, you just know what you're getting with the both. The both of those two though. So I can really see him sign on anybody really.
yeah. The D tackle position is kind of just all over the place. You never know
Hell
where he's
yeah,
going to be.
hell like Aaron Donald, like man, can play D tackle, D end, whatever linebacker if he
Yeah,
wanted to. Like
yeah. But these big, you're right. They're just hole
yeah,
pluggers. That's all they are.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I mean, that's what they are. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into safeties.
Yeah, it's like our
This is gonna
last
be our
topic here
last
too.
one because the linebackers aren't anything worth talking about.
Nope.
Um, so so Marcus Williams, like we said, kind of about the NFC South, we don't watch a lot of them. We don't know too much about them. But Marcus Williams, I mean, if like we've said, the safety position is really, really important for a defense, and Marcus Williams has been seventh, and fourth in safeties the past 3 years, as far as a season grade. And we've got quite a few teams that need him. 49ers, Chiefs, Cowboys, Patriots, Saints, Eagles, whatever Washington wants to be, Falcons, Panthers, and Texans. They all need a safety, and a top guy like Marcus Williams, he's going to attract some teams. So who do you think Marcus Williams will go to?
I'm on that list. I also like to see him with Eagles, and possibly with the Eagles and 49ers seem like a good system, a fit for him, in my opinion. Just like I said, the 49ers, like I said, they're still just missing that D line is amazing, but they're just missing some more secondary help, really. Don't really got any elite defenders back there in the secondary, in my opinion. So be
Yeah,
pretty
he's
lit.
going to be interesting. I mean, he's young. I mean, he's 25. And it. I think it's just becoming more and more prominent. Like with the Kyle Hamilton's coming in the draft, and they're thinking people are going to pick him. Top three possibly at the safety position. So it's coming more and more obvious that you've got to have a safety back there
Oh
that's
yeah.
going to do what you need. But him being so young, some of these younger teams like the Eagles, whatever Washington wants to be,
Like somebody's gonna like. I mean,
they're
he
gonna
may
they're
not.
gonna pay up for him.
Yeah, he may not even go to one of these teams we were talking about on the list. He may hell a sleeper team like the Jaguars make him come in and pay the bag for this man.
And
So
that would secure him for a while.
yeah, for sure, man. Like
They wouldn't
somebody,
have to take a top pick with Kyle Hamilton. I mean, I don't think they would pick Kyle Hamilton, but at least they would have that position shored up. They know what he's going to do. Pay a little bit extra to get him.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Chiefs obviously are on this list because Matthew's on it, and we'll get to him in a little bit. I don't. If I had to pick from the list, I would say the Patriots.
Yeah, I can
I
see
think
that
they're
too.
looking because I know Bill Belichick. I mean, he's the best drafter of ever. I mean, he finds the talent in the late rounds type thing. But eventually, if they don't have Tom Brady, he's going to have to start paying people to come there.
Yeah.
So, at what point does he go ahead and go up? I mean, when was the last time you heard the Patriots being like a big signing? Like, when was the last time a big signing happened with the Patriots?
Probably last year in free agency where they just splurged all that money. That's really about it, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's getting the like before then, like they never did it.
Yeah.
So he's getting the point. Like, you're gonna have to go out there and spend money if you want to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
So, do they go ahead and shore up one position for a few years? That's pretty important to his defense. I think they probably do.
Yeah. I mean, I could honestly see him too. I mean, like I said, because I know, like I said, in his system for sure, the safety position is important. Devin McCourty has been pretty much a staple in that defense at the safety position.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes,
he's getting older, so you gotta move on.
Man, about 50.
So we're gonna move on. Jesse Bates is gonna be our next guy.
Make it easy with my man. Stay in Cincinnati, my boy.
We're gonna tell you that in 2020 he was the best safety in the league.
Yeah. He was.
This year he was 37th. I mean, and when they say safety, they're saying free and strong safety. So,
like, dude, you could. I was gonna say you can't really go by these stats sometimes. Because like watching him in the Super Bowl, dude look really good, and during the playoffs, he looks really good too. So, I feel like he's found a home in Cincinnati. So they need to go ahead and lock him up for sure. If they don't, they are very stupid. Very stupid.
Yeah, like we said, what was it? Was it 7 of the 11 were all signed within the last 2 years?
Yep.
So if I were the Bengals, I wanted to keep as many as I could, because obviously you can't keep bringing defensive players on and learning schemes. So just if you can keep a guy like Jesse Bates that's young, he's 25, go ahead and lock him up, and he knows the system and obviously does well in it. Just go ahead and give him some money. I mean, like we've said before, they've got a lot of cap room, and obviously it's going to come into play once Burrow and Higgins and Chase all get into free agency, or they want to extend them. But you got to go ahead and start paying some people before then to make those 3 guys worth it.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like I said, their window. Like I said, if I'm the Bengals right now, bro, like this is their time for sure. Like their window, like and it's it's happening the perfect time too, because like I said, they're so young and still under their rookie deal. So
yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. A very, very interesting signing that's going to come out of free agency is going to be Tyrann Mathieu. I don't know. I mean, if I were him, I mean, I don't know what I would do. I mean, he's going to be offered some money. He's somewhat young. He'll probably be 30 by the time the season starts. So I don't know. What do you think Tyrann Mathieu does?
Man, tell my boy Bill to come get this, man. Like I said, I would love, like, that would be nice to see him in that system with Bill Belichick using them though. But realistically, we gotta get real though. Hey, make it see the Cowboys come up in there and be like, yo, Jerry Jones come out there with $500 million, like, yo, Tyrann. But he trying to come play for it. Fucking offer the man $500 million, but that would be a good fit though. Yeah, and that system with the Pats and with the Cowboys with Dan Quinn, that'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's been pretty good for years. So does he go ahead and take what he's done in Kansas City and turn it into some really big bucks, or do you think he maybe just goes ahead and re-signs with the Chiefs?
Oh yeah, I mean
he has
definitely
a Super Bowl opportunity. That's his big thing. I mean, he's played really good since he's came into the league. he got to the Chiefs. He's played very, very good.
Yes.
So I mean, it's kind of I think he's going to be the big deciding factor on it, not really the teams that offer on him. Because honestly, if he thinks that he has the team there to do it, he's going to. I think he'll resign. But yeah, if there's going to be a team that comes in, gives him some money, it's going to be the Cow. I think it's going to be the Cowboys. Yeah. I think they like their defense, and I think they kind of want to grow it because obviously on the offensive side of the ball, it's not getting any better. So I think they're going to jump in on their defense.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like I said, it's another thing. If I'm a player though, I already won a ring. Like, bro, at this point, like I'm trying to get some more of the bag, man. Like for real. Like I said, I mean, yeah, I mean he can stay with the Chiefs. They're definitely still in the Super Bowl window from winning the Super Bowl. Arguably, should have went to the Super Bowl this year, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, I mean he knows what he's getting though, staying with the Chiefs. Automatic contender every year.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't take the chance on it. I'd just take whatever they gave me and ride it out. We've got the last safety on this list is going to be Marcus May of the Jets. 2019 he was the 17th best safety. 2020 he was the 5th best, and then this year was the 79th. Obviously he's going to be a better free safety, and I don't know what. I think a team. I mean, he's projected a 1 year, so maybe a team takes a chance on him. But who knows coming out of the Jet system who's going to be good or not, because they're in such terrible coaching. Who knows?
Yeah. Plus, my man tore his Achilles too. So
yeah.
That's another thing. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I'm like I say, he's a pretty good safety though, for sure. I mean, I could really fitting in to really any of those teams on the list. Like he's one of those players. Like I said, you just plug him on any of the teams that are on this list, and automatically maybe will become definitely an X factor. Maybe if the Cowboys can't land Matthew, I'll possibly look at him. I know they was looking at him during the during the season, for via trade, but could never work anything out though. But I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah. What about he's not on the list, but what do you think about your boy Quandre Diggs?
Oh, man, my Seahawks, man, we about to lock him up, man. I already read up on that. We're gonna lock my boy up. Yeah, my boy
lock him up.
Yes, sir. Even though he broke his leg live on TV, and I saw it, and it was totally disgusting. We're gonna lock him up.
I don't think I saw that one, but
yeah, that was pretty bad. You wouldn't see it unless like you and like until like they actually like said it on when they said it on TV, like, oh, this is so bad, we're not gonna replay it. Like literally, he was going to make a tackle, his leg got caught in the freaking ground, and yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, I mean that's about it for the defensive free agency.
Heck yeah.
Honestly, we made our picks, but honestly, it's going to be what teams are going to spend money. Because some teams they decide to not spend money, and then sometimes you get a team that's like the Jaguars 3 years ago that just spend so much money it's ridiculous on their defense, and then it doesn't do much. So who knows,
Yeah, bro. Like I said, man, it's gonna be a really interesting off season though, for sure. Can't wait to see.
Yeah, hopefully it starts heating up in the next week or so. Because that way we can figure out some more topics to talk about leading up to the draft, and then we'll obviously have a couple of draft episodes. And then we're gonna get into those divisional talks we were talking about.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully
the boys on for that one.
Yeah, hopefully his suspension ends before then. He might have to appeal it.
What's his suspension? Y'all crazy. Oh wow.
Yeah, but we're gonna. Hopefully, a lot of stuff happens this next coming week in the NFL, and we can talk about that, and then work in some topics. But I don't know. The NFL is weird about their free agencies.
They are. They are. That man said suspension though. That's funny. Man, like we at middle school, this bitch.
I don't know. He's a Cowboys fan, so you got to treat him
Treat him
different than other
different, huh?
people. Yeah,
I understand.
I can't wait for the top 5 quarterbacks in the league conversation
Oh, you
with
just ready
him.
for
That's
that?
gonna be fun. That's gonna be funny. I'm already
We're ready.
studying for it.
I mean, we're ready to let out some steam on the boys.
Yeah, if you don't like 3-hour episodes, you might want to get your fast forward button ready on those.
Yes,
But yeah, that's gonna be yeah. So we'll come at you guys next week. Are you gonna post this tonight? Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and post this
Divulge
tonight,
information.
guys. Yep.
All right. So yeah, we did what we said. We're gonna post them on Friday. Next week we'll come at you with something good. I know that much. Whether it be free agencies or maybe some teams actually decide to make some moves. So we'll talk to you guys next week on Friday. Thank y'all for listening. If you are at this point, you need to follow us at Chill V Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And if you have to choose between the two, please follow us on TikTok because people are trying to come at us. So
I like it.
So if you get on TikTok and you want to follow us and like all our videos. Just real quick, because some people think that our opinions aren't good because we didn't have many followers.
Oh, boo-hoo. that shit was funny though.
That was funny. That's why I kind of wanted to talk about that. It was funny that guy was saying. So Jordan made a comment just really quick. We'll get out of here soon. Jordan made a comment talking about Devontae Adams and saying that Aaron Rodgers wasn't like, what was it, an elite quarterback or something?
Like basically, like honestly, I was just saying, yeah, my man is really not too good. I mean, he's good in the regular season, but in the playoffs is just like the dude just completely just says, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah, and then the guy and some guy just took offense to that, saying like calling us out, saying that we had bad takes and all this stuff, and then
it had the nerves
with him.
Yeah, it had the nerves to say the MVP award. He's won the MVP.
He was. Yeah, that was it. He said the MVP award, and I said, who had more passing touchdowns in the playoffs, Kelsey or Aaron Rodgers? The answer is Travis Kelce, tight end for the Chiefs, had more passing touchdowns than Aaron Rodgers. I don't know, that guy was. And then he said, "Well, you guys don't have any Twitter followers, so obviously you guys have bad or TikTok followers, so you guys obviously have bad takes, but we haven't even promoted TikTok before, so."
Exactly,
man. I don't know.
A man couldn't even answer the question, man.
No, that's why I told him. I said I would rather have an opinion than be a coward. So,
shit was funny to me.
Yeah, dudes will be upset about it. I don't know. And you would kill that dude in Warzone. I know that's all that guy had on his.
Yeah, I hope this dude is watching this video. Like, bro, like a damn bot out there.
Y'all have to get together on that.
Shit on. Hell yeah. But yeah, man, it was a good episode though, man.
Yeah, we'll come at you guys next week. We don't know what exactly it's gonna be about. But the title will tell you what it is. I know that much. So like I said, follow us Chill V Podcast on TikTok and Instagram, especially TikTok if you don't like people not agreeing with our opinions. And then email us at chillvibessportspod@gmail.com. And we'll talk to y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Hope y'all have a great one, though.